Water? I'm good. Sure. All right, here. Take it.
Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. All right, good. For some of you who don't know, my name is Ishues. I've done a lot of things in this town. I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time going into it. I moved here in 1990. That's when I moved to Athens, Georgia. In 1995, I was living in Nellie B on the east side. I came out of my door and I heard 5 shots. Okay? I went to work, didn't think much of it. No, went to school, sorry. I went to school, didn't think much of it. Okay? After I got to school, I got the news that someone who I knew personally wasn't a really good friend of mine, but I was very good friends with his family. He lived in my neighborhood, and his name was Edward Wright. I'm gonna say that again. His name was Edward Wright. Hold on, because I didn't come to give a fiery speech and get everybody roused up. That's not why I'm here. Okay? I'm here to give you the information. I'm here to give you something to talk about, and I'm here to lay out some solutions. If y'all down with that, let me hear you say hell yeah. Hell yeah! All right, I can continue. His name was Edward Wright, and he left the house with no clothes on. And his mom called the cops because she was worried about him. And they put 5 shots in him. And I got this news after I went to school. Me and a couple friends of mine, we organized the first march for that. We started at the arches right there, and we marched to right there, and we stood on those steps with a group of people out here, and we talked about the injustices and police brutality. 1995. 25 years later. I don't have the fingers and toes to count how many times we've stood out here and demonstrated and marched and picketed and cried and complained about the issue of police brutality. I'm tired of marching. Are y'all tired of marching? No, I don't hear enough people, because let me be clear about what I'm saying right now. I'm not saying if you have to, you'll do it tirelessly. Yes, we know that. But either you're tired of the reasons why we march, or you just got a thing for marching. And I'm trying to distinguish who I'm talking to right now. So let me say that again. Either you're tired of the reasons why we march, or you just got a thing for marching and gathering. So I'm gonna ask that question again. I am tired of marching. Are you tired of marching? Okay then. Let's talk about some solutions to our problem. Police brutality is an issue in our problem in the black community. Yes or no? Yes. Police brutality amongst black men is a problem in the United States. Yes or no? Yes. Okay then. What we have to do is start learning how to be a community. People take that word for granted, but it is 2020. And community looks a lot different than a bunch of houses that you live around. Did anyone not understand what I just said? A community is much more than just the houses you live around. Did anyone not understand what I just said? Okay then. So, we have to start learning how to be a community again. The good thing that I saw during the COVID-19 lockdown is every hood that I rode into, people were out being a community because they couldn't go any damn where else. If that's the same in your neighborhood, make some noise. Okay then. Get acquainted. We have cell phones, don't we? Everybody got a phone, right? Facebook communities, Instagram communities, create them. Create them amongst your communities, whether it's your neighborhood or just the people you rock with. Follow me, I'm going somewhere with this. Create communities, whether it's in your neighborhood, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever your favorite social media platform, create communities. Now, with these communities, share information. Some of the information you can share, watch this, is locations, right? You get pulled over, blue lights behind you, you fear some nefarious purpose, you let your community know, hey, this thing might go south. And then you have those in your community who have dedicated themselves to responding to those type of situations. I'll be there in 10, I'll be there in 5, I'm right around the corner, and at very least, I can offer a voice of reason that can keep you from getting brutalized. Does that make sense or no? But see, people have to be courageous enough to want to do these things. Right? But these are some of the ways that we can start taking the power out of the police hands and putting it back in the hands of the people. Okay, 3 or 4 cars pull up in an incident that could potentially turn into a police brutality or police murder situation. Watch how this works. Everyone wants to stand around and record them, right? We already understand it. That's a reality. That happens. People are there seeing it, recording it. Okay, that has its place. Now that's happened, we know that that's happened, we see it, that's the reason why we are here. Yes or no? Right, okay, so let's take this next step from that. In those communities, identify those people who will be there on call. So now 2 or 3 or 4 people from your community pulling up, so at very least those 3 or 4 or 5 officers that would usually be beating the hell out of that black man, now they have to address you. Now they have to address you. I'm not doing nothing but talking about simple strategy right now. I could sit up here for hours and talk about my outrage. I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because I have a 20-year hip-hop catalog of my outrage. So I'm not about to sit here and bloviate about it. If you really want to know about how I feel about it, ISHUES. My music is everywhere. Okay? So I want to talk about solutions. Everything that the brother said right before I came up here, I agree with everything that he said. Lock it into your memory. I am not about to repeat it. I'm gonna piggyback off of everything that he said and add my own. We have to start taking back power and putting it back into the hands of the people. How can we also do this? Everyone here spends money. Everyone got clothes on, socks, sneakers, underwear, some maybe not. Everything, right? We spend money. We spend more money in this country than anyone on the face of this planet. Okay? The same way, listen, because this applies to a lot of people out here. The same way that you vet those companies, Tide, Dove, whatever it is. You vet those companies who have a history of animal testing. Hold on, I'm going somewhere.
Medic on the left to the
Medic on the left. Medic on the left. Medic on the left of the stage. Medic on the left of the stage. Thank you. So, we pray that they get better, but we get back to this. The same way that you vet those companies and you don't support those companies that are into animal testing, don't support those companies that are not supporting the conservation of black people. Period. 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 I'm sorry, Mr. Whoever I usually spend money to, and if you really want to speed up the process, send them a letter. Dear Mr. T-shirt company, I usually buy your t-shirts, but I am not buying your t-shirts right now because you are not at least speaking up on the injustices that are going on in this country. So right now, I'm going to hold my money and I'm going to put that money into the hands of a black company that make t-shirts. Thank you very much. As soon as you see fit to address this problem, we can get back to doing business. Does that make sense or no? Last but not least, everyone in the hip-hop community here today, raise your hand. Everyone in the hip-hop community here in Athens, Georgia today, raise your hand. Whether you are a part of it because you make the music or whether you're a part of it because you support the music, raise your hands. This is the hip-hop community. As you can see, it is not limited to no specific skin color. Like I said, community is not just the collections of buildings that you live around. Hip-hop community, raise your hand again. This is a community. We can form a hip-hop community right on Facebook. And if I'm getting brutalized by the police, I put it in my community chat and I should see 10 of y'all coming to my rescue. Okay then. Hip-hop music is the most influential thing that history or mankind has ever created. Nothing ever has influenced more people than hip-hop music. Rap music. Okay? Now, my brother Jay Rogers, where you at? Blue Moon Studios decided I want to lift my voice and I want to protest in my way. So he called out to the absolute cream of the crop of Athens hip-hop talent in this city to come to the studio and let's record. Okay? I've been doing hip-hop for 20-something years. I've toured with KRS-One, I've swung with the big boys. I'm not gonna go here and go through my whole resume. I'm gonna just say I am qualified to say that it is probably the dopest project that I've ever listened to or been a part of, right? But because this reason, hold on, I'm going somewhere. Because this reason, on that one record, which is 24 tracks on it, it is everyone from high school age up to my age, on in between, all the dopest hip-hop music, all with the same message, when it's the same message that everyone came out here to express. What I'm saying is, support that music! If your favorite rapper is talking about the killing, either by bullets, or substances, or even lifestyle of black people, don't cop their music. This has to stop. And these are the ways that it stops. If it ain't consciousness, if it ain't about loving people, if it ain't about bringing people together, if it ain't about bringing to light the plight of the people, then we don't want to hear it. Period. Once we start to have these kind of conversations about how we the people are going to take back the authority in our own hands despite the system that is created around us, then we will be continuing to come out here and march. If we have not turned this gathering into a movement, then it was a party. And a year from now, I'm gonna be pissed because there's no DJ. I'm just being real. If this amount of people don't turn into a movement after this, then it was a party. And you wasted your time. Listen to this. The world's a wicked place, midget space is overcrowded, so everywhere I go they be building a lot of houses, yo. Building crews, framers, most of them be all Mexican. While the kids be at the border screaming out, let me in, they putting up gates and fences. Tell me they ain't ignorant. The people trying to keep out the immigrants is immigrants. Yeah, it's deliberate. Like most of the television programs is used to turn people into idiots. Yeah, this is serious and we need to stand up. All the warriors in the village need to man up. How many of y'all got the guts to just stand tough and bust if they try to put your brother up in handcuffs? Run for your guns and run for the weapons you possess. Oh yeah, it's on. There ain't no such thing as arrest. They probably bless you simply because the color of your flesh is all a test. You better not get caught out there without your vest. Hard to estimate when the state brings forth the Armageddon. Look, so analyze the skies and keep a close grip on your weapon. My pops taught me to bust guns since knee high, preparing for the jihad. Devils lie to us saying we'll be fine. I wrote that verse in 2006. Listen, the point is this. It is still applicable today. If this does not become a movement, then it was a party. And I don't like going to parties without DJs. If y'all feeling me right now, make as much noise as you can. Resist. Resist. And fight for change. I'm out.
A moment, it is a movement. This is not a moment, it is a movement. This is not a moment, it is a movement. This is my life. I need y'all to turn this into action. I swear, that number, text AADM 31996. If we don't get text messages and people signing this petition, just like Ishues said, this was just a big party. If you don't go June 9th and vote, this is just a big party. If you stand by and watch a black man or a black woman be treated unfairly and just record and go back to your cushy home, this is just a big party. And I didn't do this event so you could just have a good time. And so that you can lift your voices and figure out how to make a difference. Right. AADM. Can I hear you say that? AADM. 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 I want you to chant that name. It's called the Athens Anti-Discrimination Movement. We fight for racial justice. We fight against police brutality. And even though I decided to run for office, my community means more to me. My community means more to me. So I'm going to stand up here boldly and bravely today political agenda from me. I want y'all to really understand that. I'm not out here to try to get no damn votes. I'm out here for the people. I'm fighting for the people. And I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired, and I'm fighting for liberation. And I need y'all to fight, and liberation don't come overnight. This is not a moment. It is a movement. This is not a moment. It is a movement. Text AADM 31996. We have a petition that we need over 1,000 people to sign. And I'm going to go up to the state and we are going to present it. AADM 31996. Mocha for Georgia. Mocha for Georgia. Mocha, who's Mocha? I'm Mocha for Georgia. Band, are y'all ready? Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose